Well. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Jeremy Wormy. And we got some Little Mermaid news. This is going to be a big video wrapped all together with multiple Little Mermaid things all in one because, my God, there's not really much I really want to talk about today. And I find this Little Mermaid news just to be one big video. And I think Little Mermaid is the biggest hypocritical pile of garbage we have seen from Disney to date. On top of that, I don't think this movie is actually going to do very well. I think their biggest market that they bend over backwards for isn't going to interact with this movie whatsoever, especially because when I say, they're not going to do anything for this movie. Well, let's come over here. The Little Mermaid poster in China hide her race. That's right. It's already coming out that they hid her race in the Little Mermaid posters for China. Here's the first one. We're going to kind of zoom out for this one, the best of our ability. I can't really do it. Oh, well, great. But as you can see, she's blue. Hiding her in blue. Now this next one, hey, I read their description. And you can kind of see it, but the idea is that they're hiding her skin color in shadows. I understand that. Well, we've seen this before. Because for those of you who don't know, China don't really like the individuals with some melanin in their skin. Example A and B. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever in America, and the Star Wars. The Force Awakens. The Star Wars Force Awakens? I said that, didn't I? Star Wars The Force Awakens. As you can see, here's Poe. No, that's Finn. Yeah, that's Finn. I can't remember any of them, but there's Finn. There's Finn. Oh, they shrunk Finn in Star Wars. Oh, well, here's Black Panther. Oh, they put a mask on him. And I'm mainly focusing in on Disney right now because Disney is the ones that will more than likely always show you the crappiest of the crap. They will always virtue signal to high heavens. And then when it turns around, they're going to, hide everything they want you to see. They're going to kowtow for China 110% of the time because China doesn't really like these things. Reality. And we're the racist ones apparently. But on top of that, we're also getting reports, and this is not just coming from like any ordinary place. We're getting reports from CBR. Report The Little Mermaid poised to flounder at Disney's worst 2023 opening in China. This movie is already set to basically die on the hill in China right off the bat. China being one of these massive markets that help boost these movies, that help bring in a lot of dough. I mean, when you even look over at Guardians of the Galaxy 3 isn't doing great in China, but it's doing really well. You got really well and then you got great. It's doing okay for what it is. For the most part, China is this mega box office phenomenon that Disney bent over backwards, lost it during the Koof eras and everything like that, then got it back recently, and China ain't watching their stuff anymore. China doesn't care. China doesn't want this. I don't blame them, but you're now not going to get that China revenue. And this isn't just coming from this is coming from CBR, mind you. CBR, one of the shilliest websites out there, up there with IGN and Kotaku. They're pointing out, hey, it ain't going to be good. You then got this one, Disney Fanatic, which they're also saying the same thing. Like, I don't think it can get any more Disney fan than calling your website DisneyFanatic.com when they're saying it's going to be bad. Little Mermaid poised to be Disney's worst opening in one market, primarily China, which is their major market. All of this is setting up for a disaster when it comes to The Little Mermaid. Now, Little Mermaid, I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's going to partially be a disaster. I could be extremely wrong. I no longer make box office predictions. Hi, Avatar 2. I can only tell you what I'm seeing, what I'm gathering. I don't think people are actually prepared for what might come about. Because yes, when you come over here to the Rotten Tomatoes page, yeah, you have a 69% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that's a score from critics. Critics oftentimes really overhype things from Disney. I think one of these reviews came from, what's her name? I cannot remember, Grace Randolph, the well, where she's basically on her knees fellatiating Disney in her review, like it was like she was the greatest ever. Halle Baby, Little Mermaid should have always been black. This was things that Grace Randolph was saying. It was so cringe and creepy and weird, but you expect that from critics when it comes to Disney movies and these high budget properties. The thing is, though, The Little Mermaid drowning on Rotten Tomatoes, fans dislike the trailer to oblivion, and now reviewers are following suit. Some of these reviewers that aren't liking the thing are actually, well, Vulture. Vulture, which is a very progressive, very left-leaning outlet. I think I even did. I know they have a great breakdown when it comes to oh, what's his name? Just had his name, Flash guy. God, I'm blanking. But the Flash guy, like all of his stuff. But for the most part, they're very woke, very lefty, very shill media-esque. They say this: as the studio has done with other live-action remakes, Disney betrays its own lack of imagination and essentially a misreading of what made its original children's fare such a joy to audiences in the first place. From the Vulture. Then you got Global Mail. I don't know who makes the Global Mail. That's not Daily Mail. It might be. I could be getting that one wrong. But I love how Global Mail says this. And a lot of people are pointing this out. Like, this is the line. A thoroughly pointless cash grab of a thing. This new Little Mermaid is one of the most uninspired films to slither out of Disney since the company started raiding its own vault. I'm willing to bet this is going to be a disaster of a movie. We had Aquafina's rap come out, which, oh my God, I would play it for you guys. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure that's a war crime. That's how bad that rap was. It was like, have you heard the scuttlebutt? The scuttlebutt. It's horrible. And I will not call Aquafina's character Scuttle, because Aquafina's character is one, both quite literally gender changed and race changed, because it's not a seagull. It's something completely different. It is the weirdest thing ever. This movie just sounds awful. I refuse to watch it. I'm not going to go watch it. Thank God. And I'm a 20-some-year-old man. Me going to see a Disney live-action movie. But thank God my sister doesn't want anything to do with this movie. I would have taken her if she wanted to. Praise be to Lord, she doesn't want to watch this. I think this movie has the potential to either flop or make a decent chunk of money. That's the scary thing here, is like, this is a Disney original. This is a Disney live action of a very popular show. Now, there is negative pushback against it. There is obviously the fans not liking it. Obviously the dislike bombs to oblivion and beyond. But at the same time, this is a Disney remake. When you look at the Disney remakes that have been released out in theaters, they have done relatively in the millions, if not very close. I think it was not millions, billions. I think Aladdin almost made $1 billion, if not did make $1 billion. And I think the last live action movie that was put out in theaters was technically The Lion King, and that abomination did make $1 billion. Now, everything else hasn't really been out in theaters. You could argue Mulan, but that was only in select theaters, so you can't really count that. But a lot of their live action stuff that they've been putting out has been solely on Disney Plus, and we aren't getting those numbers. Disney, give us those numbers. That's the one thing I agree with the strikers on. What this movie will do, I can't tell you. Time will only tell. Until then, guys, let me get your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it out with friends. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, guys. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.